As of late, Oppo's been making strides more recently to showcase themselves as a big global player in the smartphone scene, more or less whether intentional or not, pretty much trying to fill the gap that was left by Huawei. Now, one of those indications is things like the partnership with Hasselblad, much like what you saw Huawei and Leica back in the day. But clearly, Oppo want to take it a step further with development of their new camera chipset, the MariSilicon X, for class-leading speed in photos for low light, night mode especially, and video performance all around for nighttime, backed with some serious charging speeds. But the real question is that going to be enough to really change the game? Or, you know what, like Aaliyah says, rock the boat? Well, let's try and answer that question with my initial impressions of the Oppo Find X5 Pro. Let's go. Hi, Ben from Lover of Tech. If you enjoy videos like this and you are new to the channel, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you're part of Team TLS, the Tech Lover Squad, so you don't miss any future videos on the channel. As always, let's start from the outside and work our way in with the build and the design. And already, this is the first point of contact that really puts me in two minds. Now look, this isn't to take anything away from the Find X5 Pro, because this is a solid, premium and well put together device, and it's not lacking in any way when it comes to feeling like a top tier device. I've got the ceramic white color, and yes, you heard right, the back is ceramic with an aluminium frame, and of course Corning Gorilla Glass Victus at the front. The ceramic definitely adds a bit more weight, but it's well balanced in a good kind of way. Next to that narrow 20:9 aspect ratio body, this feels well proportioned. And another thing I'm a fan of is the button placement, with the volume buttons on the left and the power button on the right. And of course, you get IP68 water resistance and dust resistance with a dual nano SIM slot and a USB-C port. Great so far, but here's where I'm just not too sure. Yes, I respect and appreciate the use of ceramic, but I still do not really like that glossy finish and feeling of it. And look, I'm not a designer or materials expert, but a matte finish, if possible, would have been preferred. Last is the camera module. And look, it's unique how it's shaped, with the mold of it blending into the back panel, almost like a single piece, but the shape of it, especially the bottom diagonal line, makes it feel kind of off to me personally. Look, it's good that Oppo gives you a case included, because I feel like this phone, it needs a case on it from the jump. Saying this from the start, apart from the obvious extreme front curve, which, if you know me, I much prefer a flat panel display, the screen on the Oppo Find X5 Pro is top tier good. The screen size, 6.7 inches, the resolution, QHD+, the panel, an LTPO Gen 2 with 120Hz as variable down to 1Hz with AMOLED tech, peak max brightness of 1300 nits, and a single selfie hole punch on the top left. All that is good, but the two best parts has got to be the haptic feedback and the in-display fingerprint sensor. Yes, it's using an optical sensor, but this one is fast, well positioned and accurate. Tick. The magic is the haptics, and oh boy are they special. These new haptics from Oppo, or whatever they're calling them, really do feel special. And it's not just how they are, but it's how they feel and interact with the software, and also how you can change it from feeling crisp to gentle. Such a small attention to detail goes beyond that normal intensity slider that you see, and sets such a unique feeling to haptics that I'm almost ready to say this is the best I've experienced on an Android phone. For the performance, my model of the Find X5 Pro is powered by the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 on a 5nm process with 12GB of RAM and 256GB of storage with 5G support. And like I said in the intro, the special guest here in the specs department is the new 6nm NPU chip, the MariSilicon X, which, let me tell you now, the small time I've had to test and use it pretty much changes the game and how you approach night mode and low light photography altogether. And I'm seriously not capping when I say that. As you know, I'm not really much of a mobile gamer, but general day-to-day performance has been great, and that shouldn't really come as a surprise with all the specs it's packing. A quick word from channel affiliate partner NordVPN. As my preferred VPN of choice, NordVPN gives you a secure connection while keeping a fast connection, and also access to content in different regions on popular services like Netflix. Use my unique link for your NordVPN plan and my coupon code LOVEROFTECH, backed with a risk-free 30-day money-back guarantee. This camera system is something special, even though it personally lacks the complete all-rounder and balance I look for in a flagship camera system. Let's put the best foot forward first and talk about the good and the legit innovation Oppo are bringing here. Firstly, When it comes to low light and especially night mode pictures on the ultra wide and the main sensor, I have never seen any phone at the current time process and take night mode photos as fast as the Find X5 Pro, period. No joke. This MariSilicon X is working overtime in the speed department because night mode pictures basically snap as quick as taking normal pictures. That level of speed for night mode and then the quality of the photos after is enough to call it a game changer. Now shout out to my guy Z-Tech Care, and definitely check out his video comparison of this phone, which I helped him shoot while we were in Barcelona for MWC, and I was legit left speechless just how good the night mode speed and the performance was. Low light video on the ultra wide as well as the main sensor are solid, and it's really down to the fact that apart from the aperture, the physical sensor itself is the same 50 megapixel large 1/1.56 inch for the sensor size. But for all the praise I can give it, I don't understand why there is only a 2x zoom on the rear and not at least a 3x, a 4x, a 5x, or even a 10x zoom like we see on some of the other top tier phones, especially at this price point. Even worse, it's 2022 and the 32 megapixel sensor can only shoot 1080p 30 frames a second video. Not 4K 60, not even 4K 30 or even 1080p 60, just 1080p 30 frames a second. This is a big miss and sadly makes me wonder why. These missing features mentioned are the reasons why the camera system on the Oppo Find X5 Pro just feels a bit unbalanced regardless of how great the MariSilicon X chip in there is. Camera comparison coming soon. Software, ColorOS 12.1 of course running Android 12, fully up to date with the latest and current version of Android. I still need more time with it because out of the box, the way it's set up without the app drawer, no swipe down to the notification panel, no double tap on the power button for quick launch of the camera anywhere, the double tap for the screen to wake and disable, things just kind of felt a bit out of place for me when using it. Now look, it's not lacking when it comes to the speed and performance when using the software, but little things like being able to only quick launch the camera using the volume keys only works when the phone is locked and the screen is off, which again is not on by default. I want to give the benefit of the doubt and say that I need more time with it, and of course the speed and performance being good aside, the software features for me out of the box felt a little bit out of place for me. As I'm still spending time seeing how the day-to-day battery performance is on the Find X5 Pro, overall, I've got to say what's impressed me is the excellent standby time and of course, the top tier, ultra fast wire charging with the included 80 watt SuperVOOC charger. There is support for 50 watt wireless charging, which is insane to think about, and also 10 watts reverse wireless charging. Definitely check out my charging test video and see for yourself, because for 5,000 mAh battery size, this is some serious speeds for charging and easily comes down to being one of the best features on this phone. Wrapping this up, a lot of the Find X5 Pro has seriously left me speechless in so many good ways that I've just not experienced on other phones. And especially now in the UK, for example, 3 out of the 4 major carrier networks have the Find X5 Pro on sale, meaning the chances of more people actually having access to buying it is much better than before. And this is a great step in the right direction. But you can't ignore that £1,049 price tag for some of the odd things missing. It's otherwise a very solid package, and the Find X5 Pro could be considered as a great contender for 2022. These are my initial impressions of the Oppo Find X5 Pro. What do you think? Let me know in the comment section below. That's it for me, Ben from Lover of Tech. If you enjoy videos like this, you know exactly what to do. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you're part of Team TLS, the Tech Lover Squad, so you don't miss any future videos on the channel. I hope you're all safe during this time. I will catch you in the next one. Peace.